Hi, I'm Jeff for Garden State Veg. This weekend I'm getting some of my lettuce out into the garden. Some of these varieties did very well indoors and some of them did not, which is basically what my seed starting looks like anyway. So today I'll take you through starting these indoors, how they did germinating, the different varieties, and we'll get these transplanted. And even though I have a few very cold days coming up, I still think this is the right time to get them in the ground. So join me. I started all of this on March 15th using a leftover bag of store-bought seed starting mix from last season. Before filling the trays, I had already pre-moistened the mix, which makes it much easier to get even moisture evenly through the cells. Most of the varieties went into my larger tray, which has 5 cells across and 5 rows, giving me room to compare several lettuces side by side. Then I used a separate 12-cell tray, planting 6 cells each of 2 additional varieties. For each section, I made a shallow hole, dropped in a couple of seeds per cell, and lightly covered them over. I then spritzed the surface of each cell to ensure good contact between seed and the soil. I also made sure every row was clearly labeled so I'd know exactly which varieties were performing well later on. Then I put the humidity domes on to help hold that moisture in during germination. Both trays went onto a shelf under the LED grow lights. Since lettuce needs light to germinate, I wanted them under the lights right from the start. I did not use a heat mat for this. In total, that gave me 10 different lettuce varieties started at the same time under the same conditions. And that's what made the germination results so interesting. And within the first few days, the differences started to show. Some of the varieties germinated quickly and filled in nicely. Others were much slower, and a few rows stayed pretty sparse even after giving them more time. That's one of the reasons I like starting multiple varieties together like this. You really get to see how different seed age, variety, and even just natural variation can affect what happens in the tray. It's not always a perfectly even result, and honestly, I think that's a more realistic picture of what starting lettuce indoors can look like. By this point, the stronger varieties had developed nicely and were clearly ready to move out into the garden. So I prepared to transplant everything that germinated, with the exception of one tiny plant that I really didn't have room for, and honestly probably wasn't going to make it anyway. The rest had strong leaves, solid plugs, and looked ready for the next step. Before I could start planting, the first step was removing the new 2-piece chicken wire protection from the bed. I built this mainly to keep rabbits out, and being able to lift it off in sections makes it really easy to work in the bed. Once that was out of the way, I laid out the bed using the square foot sections. For each transplant, I dug a small hole, added a little organic fertilizer, and worked that into the soil before setting the seedling in place. And once I started popping these out of the cells, the plugs looked great. Nice healthy roots, good structure, and exactly what I wanted to see before transplanting. I wanted each variety clearly labeled so I can track how the different lettuces perform once they're growing outside. For the cut and come again types, I planted 4 per square foot. The heading varieties got a little more room at 3 per square. Once everything was in, I gave the whole bed a good watering to help settle the soil around the roots. Then the 2 fencing panels went right back on. Rabbits not welcome. I'll be watching how these different varieties establish, which ones handle the cool temperatures the best, and whether any of the weaker rows catch up now that they're in the garden. After transplanting on Saturday, we dropped to 27 degrees Fahrenheit on Wednesday morning, but there was no frost forecast and I felt confident they could handle it. They actually came through that cold morning very well. With another 27-degree low forecast for Thursday morning, this time with a frost, I decided to cover them Wednesday night with a lightweight row cover while they continued to settle in. When I took the cover off Thursday afternoon, there was a little cosmetic stress on some of the outer leaves, but overall they still look to be in really good shape. This is where I really start to see which lettuce varieties earn their space. This is one of those spring crops where timing really matters. Getting lettuce established during the cooler season gives it a fighting chance to grow when the weather gets warmer, and we'll get to see which varieties do better in the garden. Thanks for watching, and until next time, enjoy the garden.